All right, Auto One, good morning. Yep, it's another bad hair day. Get over it. Don't worry about it. All right, so I'm going to pick up on a few topics that I came to my attention as I was going down the bike path the other day and ran into two of your mothers, and they said, "My son doesn't even know how to pop the hood." By the way, in case you're wondering, we got a deer running across. Look at that deer up there. Can you see him up there on the hill? See him up there? Got antlers and everything. So this is what you're missing at San Luis High. Anyways, what we're going to do this morning is, hope you don't mind that little nature part of the day. Gosh, it's pretty cool. Anyways, I'm going to show you how to pop a hood on cars. I'm going to show you the primary latch and the secondary latch. I'll probably put my headlamp on so there's enough light for the camera to see the secondary latch. I'm going to show you something about emergency brakes. I'm even going to talk, hopefully, if I remember, to talk about fuel filler doors so you can put fuel in the car. Okay, so just a couple of simple items. Here we got today a 2004 Toyota Tundra, mine with 498,000 miles. And I'm going to go ahead and open the door. And right underneath the dash here is what we call the primary hood latch. There it is right there. And so you can see it's got a picture of a car hood there, and I just pull it and that pops the hood. So most Toyotas and many cars are right here under the dash. Dodges will be over here in the middle, and then Honda will always be here. Most German cars have a latch over here. Volkswagen, sometimes they're kind of hard to see because they're inset right there. I don't have a Honda here this morning to show you, but I do have some other cars that I'm going to show you. So now what I'm going to do here is show you how to get to the secondary latch. I'm going to set this down for a moment and grab my headlamp. And when you come down here underneath, you can see there's a lever right here. Hopefully you can see that. See if yep, you can see that. So I have to push that, and then I can pull the hood up. The purpose of the secondary latch is you're looking there. This guy here that catches right on here is because if you accidentally pull that lever inside the car, the hood doesn't fly open as you're going down the road. Okay. One other thing here on hoods while we're doing it, this one has what we call hood shocks. You can see a shock there, and that's actually a little shock absorber. And that thing's gonna, those guys are gonna hold the hood up like that. And whereas a lot of cars we have what we call a pop rod. Okay. So while I've got this car here, I'm going to show you a couple other things. This one has just a real simple fuel filler door to open. A lot of cars will have a little switch that you have to pull up to open the fuel filler door. It's almost always right in the floor. Sorry, right in the floor right there. Now you can see. This one, of course, doesn't have that. One other thing, Toyota is kind of unique on their emergency brakes. In order to release the emergency brake, you have to pull towards you, twist, and put it all the way in like that. Of course, the car starts rolling, so I'm going to pull it back on. So that's the emergency brake the Toyota uses on their Tundras and on their Tacomas. So it's a different story on some of their other vehicles. Okay, let's pause here for a sec. Here's our second car, 2008 Ford Edge, and I'm going to show you first how to pop the hood. I'm going to open the door here. And in case some of you don't know, there are some manufacturers, you can put a code in here and the door will unlock. So in case you haven't seen that before. So right here, hopefully you can see this okay, shows a picture of a trunk, and we're just going to pull that guy like that. That's our primary hood latch. And we're going to go over here and we're going to look underneath here. We're going to see where our secondary latch is. See if we can see it up in there. Actually, we kind of can. You see that lever right there? That's the lever right there. So we're going to reach underneath with our fingers. See if I can take a look here and grab it. There it is right there. So I need to get it and push it that way. So I push, and then the hood comes open. And so on this one, what we've got, and I've got to take this hood rod up, we've got this hood rod here, and that's how it holds up the hood. So we're going to pull that guy up. And what you're going to notice is, I've got the hood prop rod in there. And what you're going to notice is they've got a hole where they want this to go. And it says right there, I don't know if you can read it, but it says prop, P-R-O-P. So that's where that guy goes in there. It's really important you put it in the right spot. If you don't want to put it in the wrong hole up here and potentially damage the hood. So this guy, and Ford's kind of nice about this, they color that yellow so it's really easy to see. And this guy tucks underneath here and clips, tucks underneath here and clips into here. And that's kind of important because it keeps it from rattling and making a bunch of noise. So that's our primary and secondary hood latch and our hood prop rod on this 08 Edge. And now what we're going to look at is how we release the e-brake and how we apply the e-brake. On this car, you can see the pedal down here where my foot is. It says push on, push off. So I'm going to push down and it's released. Push it down and it's on. Okay, so that's how we do our e-brake on this car. And one other thing to notice, there's the diagnostic link connector, that 16-pin trapezoid connector where we plug in our scan tool. We've taken this panel off, but anyways, you can see where we plug in the scan tool there. On this car, there's no fuel door opening lever, so on this one, we just pull that guy open to get to our fuel door, okay? So that's that car there. All right, Auto One, here's our third car we're going to look at, which is a Honda Pilot. We'll go over here to the door and we'll just double check on that sticker. The production date right there, it says 10 of 02, so this is an 03, and there's the VIN number there. I don't know if it's focusing on that. So first, to pop the hood, here's the primary hood latch right here. So we're just going to pull this guy up like that. And a lot of the later Hondas, you know, again, this is an 03, but a lot of them have it over here. Okay, so I just popped the primary latch there, and I'm coming around. And we're going to look at the secondary latch. So here we are, the front of the hood, underneath, and there it is there. I don't know if you have good enough light to see that. Can you see that little lever there as I push it? Let me get my headlamp, and you'll be able to see it better here. Okay, so there you can see that latch there. We're just going to grab it with our thumb and push it up and lift it up, okay? So this one's going to use a hood prop rod, and there's the rod right there, running over there. And there's the hole that it goes in, I believe. So let me put the camera down. Let me put it up in there, and I'll get my light, and you'll see that they have an arrow there. See if this thing wants to focus. There it goes. You see the arrow there? So they're pointing to that hole so you know which hole that it goes in. So this hood prop rod goes, when you're done, it tucks right back into this clip right here, and that keeps it from rattling as you go down the road. Again, there's the secondary hood latch. So now you've learned how to pop the hood on a Toyota, a Ford, a Honda, and you've seen the pop rods, or I should say prop rod. Now let's talk about fuel door. This one has a fuel door there that we have to pop. So if we look over here, it's missing its little key thing, but if you pull that, you can see that it popped the door open. So that's his little fuel prop right there. Then lastly is his e-brake. And you come down here, and this one's a push on and a push off. And that is it. So that gives you 3 different cars that you can think about for those things.